Today, I'm going to share with you a few zucchini growing secrets and tricks that have worked for me in my zucchini patch and how you can use them too to boost zucchini production and harvest. The first secret that some of you may not know is to pick your zucchini often.
Hey, but that don't sound like any secret.
You wait right there and listen. Zucchini is similar to a cucumber plant. If you know how it goes, if you leave a fruit on the plant for too long, the fruit on the insides begins to develop seeds, and once those seeds mature, your zucchini plant will start to turn down to turtle pace on production, and it may even fully stop producing any zucchinis. You want to pick zucchinis while they are young and pick them often or even on a daily basis as they are ready throughout the entire growing season. I like to pick a zucchini when they're about this size right here, when they're about 6 to 8 inches long, or even younger sometimes if we need them for cooking. Coming out regularly to pick out zucchini from your plants will trick the zucchinis because they'll be thinking, oh no, I have no fruits, and there'll be no proper seeds for the next growing season for the next set of zucchini plants. So they immediately start going into producing more fruits because they're trying to produce seeds for the next season. But that's why it's so important to pick zucchinis often and while they're young. The second guaranteed way that actually will boost zucchini harvest is that, have you ever noticed that you see some baby zucchinis starting to grow, and the next time you come back to your zucchini patch, you notice that you don't have any zucchinis anymore and the little baby fruits you saw forming are dead? Well, it's quite common, and the reason the zucchini died is because it didn't get pollinated. But there is an easy fix to it, and what you'll do is you'll take the male flower of a zucchini and then you'll just peel back the outer leaves so that the pollen end will be like a little paintbrush. Then what I do is go to a female flower and rub it into the inside center part of the female flower. Congratulations! With that one simple fix, you now have +1 zucchini to your harvest. And if you keep doing it every single day, for a few minutes you just come out and pollinate, it all adds up the zucchinis until you get a big harvest like mine. The third secret that may be often overlooked but would have boosted your zucchini harvest is to water these plants often. You see, zucchini plants need a lot of nutrients from the source in order to produce those big harvests, and they get those nutrients straight from the soil. Hello? Yeah, what? You need some water? You can think of it as your zucchini plants being a big straw, and it is placed in a cup. That cup is the ground. When you water it, it makes it so that the nutrients in the soil can be sucked up by your zucchini plant's roots. And when your zucchini plants get a lot of nutrients, they feel nice and full, and so they have to poop out some of the nutrient food, and so they start producing zucchinis. Just joking for that last bit, zucchini actually is in the poop of these plants, otherwise I wouldn't be eating it. But it does give them more energy to start producing zucchinis. In fact, the other squash bed behind my zucchini bed was very dry last week, and so it wasn't producing any female flowers, which turns into the squash of the plant. And when I realized that, I immediately watered the bed, and since then it's been producing a whole bunch of female flowers. And it's the same for your zucchini plants. And yes, they are a squash. The fourth growing secret, but it's more of a tip, is that zucchini needs full sun for most climates. Zucchini plants that are in more sun can gather more of the sunlight and get energy from it, which equal more zucchinis. Zucchini plants that are also in full sun will have less disease. You can see this plant has some powdery mildew, but I'm not even worried at all about it because the sun will kill the powdery mildew that is on the leaves of the plant. Like this leaf here, which is yellow, which shows that the powdery mildew is dead. If your zucchini patch gets a little morning shade, like my plants here, then the dew that settles on the leaf at night won't be able to dry up until it does get sunshine, which is why my plant has some powdery mildew on it. Now, come close, let me share with you a bonus PS. The next secret way you could use to boost your zucchini harvest is to feed your plants well. which means you have to feed and replenish the soil with nutrients before planting. Don't worry though if you didn't get a chance to feed your plants in the spring, because I'm also going to share with you what to do if you have big plants already. In the spring is when you'll want to apply some compost or rotted manure. I find manure to be a huge game changer in terms of the harvest that I get when I use it on any of my plants in the garden. So I prefer using manure instead for my zucchini plants. But if you already have zucchini plants growing, what you can do is buy some manure, and then what you want to do is go around your zucchini plants and then pull back the mulch and add a layer of manure around each plant. You can do this anytime you'd like and it works just the same, and ideally better if you do the spring bed prep and the summer top dressing. Another tip is that you could also use a liquid fertilizer every week or two that is high in phosphorus, which is this second number here, to give your plants enough nutrients to produce a ton of zucchinis that you could harvest. Now we have Tweaker, the friendly chicken, and we're gonna see if she likes some zucchini. Hey, Tweaker, what are you doing? If you like seeing Tweaker in the video, then make sure you peck that like button to show your support. Did you know I made another video with tips for growing cucumbers, so you can watch that video right over here. Goodbye!